Imagine a day so feared that it has its own phobia named after it. Yes, we're talking about the infamous Friday the 13th. It's a date that sends shivers down the spine of many, a day wrapped in superstition and dread, thanks to centuries-old legends and popular culture. Now, let's talk about the fear itself. It's called paraskevidekatriophobia. A mouthful, isn't it? It's a term that originates from the Greek words paraskevi, meaning Friday, and dekatrice, translating to 13, combined with phobia, the expression of fear. This fear is so deeply ingrained in our society that it influences our actions, decisions, and even our economy. Believe it or not, some people refuse to fly, buy houses, or even get out of bed on this supposedly ill-fated day. So what makes Friday the 13th a day of dread and unease? To uncover the mystery, we need to delve into the annals of history. The fear of Friday the 13th didn't just appear out of thin air. Its roots are buried deep in history and folklore. The origins of this superstition can be traced back to biblical times. The Last Supper, for instance, is often pointed to as a starting point. This was a dinner of 13 individuals, with Jesus Christ and his 12 apostles. The 13th guest, Judas Iscariot, later betrayed Jesus, leading to his crucifixion on a Friday. This association of the number 13 with betrayal and the day Friday with the crucifixion planted the seeds of superstition that would grow and flourish over centuries. Similarly, the story of Adam and Eve also contributes to this fear. According to the lore, Eve tempted Adam with the forbidden fruit on a Friday, leading to their expulsion from the Garden of Eden, marking the day as one of misfortune. Moving forward to the Middle Ages, both the number 13 and the day Friday were considered unlucky. The number 12 was seen as complete, representing the 12 months of the year, the 12 signs of the zodiac, and the 12 gods of Olympus. 13, exceeding this completeness, was seen as an unlucky number. Fridays were also considered unfortunate. They were associated with the crucifixion of Jesus Christ, and many negative events in the Bible are said to have occurred on this day. This combination of the unfortunate Friday and the unlucky number 13 was a recipe for superstition. Infamous historical events that happened on a Friday the 13th have only served to fuel this fear. The arrest of hundreds of the Knights Templar by King Philip IV of France on Friday, October 13, 1307, is one such example. As we've seen, the fear of Friday the 13th has been fueled by historical events and religious beliefs. But how does it impact our modern world? Despite living in a technologically advanced era, the fear of Friday the 13th persists and even influences our daily lives. This cultural apprehension isn't just about avoiding black cats or stepping over cracks. It seeps into our routines, our decisions, and even our economy. Many of us, perhaps without even realizing, modify our behavior on this purportedly ill-fated day. For instance, some people avoid traveling on Friday the 13th, fearing the worst. Airlines and travel agencies have noticed a significant drop in bookings on this particular date. According to a study by the Stress Management Center and Phobia Institute in North Carolina, an estimated 17 to 21 million people in the United States are affected by a fear of this day, making it the most feared day and date in history. Businesses aren't immune to this superstition either. It's estimated that between $800 million to $900 million are lost in business on this day because people avoid ordinary activities such as dining out, purchasing large items, or, as mentioned earlier, traveling. But it's not all doom and gloom. Some defy the superstition, taking advantage of lower prices and less crowded venues. After all, one man's fear is another man's opportunity. Clearly, the superstition of Friday the 13th continues to hold sway, demonstrating the power of belief and fear. Our minds, it seems, might be the most haunted places of all. The fear of Friday the 13th, while deeply ingrained in our culture, is not an inescapable fate. To conquer this fear, it's essential to recognize its irrational basis. It's a superstition, a product of cultural conditioning, and not a rational concern. Instead of surrendering to these groundless fears, focus on the positive aspects of life. Surround yourself with positivity, optimism, and rational thoughts. Redirect your energy towards constructive pursuits. Remember, Friday the 13th is just a date on the calendar. It holds only the power that we choose to give it. Be sure to hit that like or subscribe button and leave a comment saying you subscribed, and we'll do our best to get back to you.